A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to them, "Beware of practicing your piety before others in order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So whenever you give alms, do not sound a trumpet before you as the hypocrites in the synagogues and the streets, so that they may be praised by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward. But when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your alms may be done in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And whenever you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and at the street corners, so that they may be seen by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward. But whenever you pray, go into your room and shut the door. Pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And whenever you fast, do not look dismal like the hypocrites, for they disfigure their faces so as to show others that they are fasting. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward. But when you fast, put oil on your head, wash your face, so that your fasting may be seen not by others, but by your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you." The word of the Lord. I had a fascinating conversation with a visitor in our church last week. He came to me and he was very upset. He said, "I'm very upset about the state of the church and faith in people these days." And I said, "Let's talk. I'd love to have a conversation with you about it. What's upsetting you so?" And he said, "Well, why I'm so upset is because I feel like no one comes to church for the right reasons anymore, that no one has faith, that they're just coming here to church so that they look good to others and for what they're going to get out of it. And it's all about give to me and what I want to receive, and that it's not coming from a place of true faith." And I said, "Oh, well, tell me a little bit about why you come to church." And he said, "Well, I don't have faith. I come to church because of what I'm going to get out of it." and to prove his own point. It is a fascinating idea, though, that part of what he was pointing at is a concern about why we practice the piety we practice. And are we doing it because we think God's going to love us more or give us special rewards? Is it going to be special access through the VIP door in through the pearly gates in heaven? Or if you practice your piety, it's going to mean a couple more years knocked off of purgatory on your way in? Is it purely transactional, is what I'm getting at. Is this idea of you're in it for what you're going to get out of it? Some special favoritism? Or is your piety a response in gratitude for what God has brought you to in your life? Now, it's not at all wrong. It's not at all wrong to want to come to church and to want to pray and be here because you get something out of it. You get the kind of fellowship and a sense of belonging, and you feel like it draws you closer to God and those around you. And what you get out of it is you feel like it makes you a better person. I certainly feel like I get that out of being here. I feel like I do get something out of it. It makes me a better human being out there. I really believe that. But it moves against this idea of a kind of a transactionalism, and that my piety is something that I'm offering to buy that or to earn that gift. But rather, my piety, and I hope what I encourage all of us to think about, is our fasting, our prayers, our piety, our giving of alms, our giving of our time and our talent and our treasure is not purely because we're hoping to buy favoritism, but rather it is an expression of our gratitude for what we get out of being here. Let it shine out from within us out into the world that we are the kind of people who believe that something really special is happening in God's relationship with us in the world. And that this isn't what we're doing to earn it, but this is our response to it. I give because I'm grateful for what I have received. I pray because I'm grateful that God is present in my life, and my prayers are to try to help me be mindful of where I can be more aware of that gift. When I fast, I try to do so not because of what I'm going to earn, but because it's my response to knowing the importance of being intentional and mindful and deliberate. All of these things, rather than thinking of them as a way to sort of bribe God, but rather thinking of them as a faithful response to God, will help us be aware of why we're doing what we're doing so we can be more intentional about it. I want to encourage that consideration for you all the next time you give or you pray or you fast. And hopefully it draws us all a little bit closer together. Amen.